Alright, so we have just arrived at the truck center.
I'm all packed up.
Hi, and welcome back to another day's vlog. So in today's vlog, we are going to talk about finding a house in Australia. What are the places where you can connect with people, rent in Australia, student accommodation, and in general living in Australia. So I'm basically shifting homes. So to give you some context, when I came to Adelaide, I moved in with an Indian family who was renting out one of their rooms at their house, and turns out that they are like completing their annual lease, and so they have to move to another place. So I'm moving with them. Now, earlier I used to live at Manningham, which was like 5 kilometers from the University of Adelaide. But right now I'm moving to Ingle Farm, which is like 13 odd kilometers from the University of Adelaide. So yes, let's go ahead and get done with the shifting first, and then we'll talk about the things that are necessary for you as someone who's moving to Australia in the second half. So it's time to go start packing up. So I'm vacating this room. I'm moving to a new place. So I have to go pack up all these things. And
I have completed half of my packing, but right now we are on our way to the truck depot.
alright, so we have just arrived at the truck center. So to transport the goods from one place to other, we are picking up a truck.
So the mini truck that we are in right now, and these trucks are very different from the trucks we have in India. It has a digital screen, it has AC, it is automatic, and it's very comfortable. Not like that big truck, but it's a smaller one, like big enough for transporting our goods. So we have reached home. So let's go complete packing and get moving.
These are my biggest headache. I'm done with the packing, but I'm yet to pack my shoes. So those who know me, I kind of probably can live with lesser number of clothes, but shoes are like very important for me. So back in India, I have like 40 odd pairs of shoes, uh, but here I don't know why, but I got 6 pairs with me to Australia, and then I bought another one over here. So 7 pairs of shoes that I need to pack up. All right, let's go find something to put them in. I had arrived from India with these 3 bags, and I haven't purchased anything more, so it was easy packing up. Let's get going.
We have moved most of the items from my room, and this is the last view of my room. Let's go ahead and get other items from the entire house moving into the truck. That's the kitchen, that's the living room.
Alright guys, so as you can see, shifting is already in progress. We have gotten half of the stuff inside the truck, and we've just taken a short break before we get the rest of the stuffs in. I mean, this truck is huge as truck, man. It can probably hold all the stuff from a 3 BHK house. We need not make even 2 trips. One trip is sufficient. But if you see this particular thing, this moves up as in this rises up and then this goes down. So you don't have to even lift things up into the truck. So that is one good thing about this truck. And then it also comes with a couple of trolleys which you can use to transport goods from inside the house to the truck. Yeah.
We have loaded most of the things from the house into the truck. It's all full, and with that, we are all ready to move to the new house. As you can see, the roads are completely empty. It's pretty late at night, and we are on our way to Ingle Farm.
So it's 1:43 a.m. and we are finally done moving. I cannot explain how tired and exhausted we are, but it's done, and probably maybe in the daytime I'll give you a tour of it, but that's it for now. I will see you maybe tomorrow. What a long day. Have a shift tomorrow. See you.
Let's give you a quick tour of the new house. That's the kitchen. It's a massive kitchen, bigger than the last one, and it's all woodwork over here. So this is like a very convenient space for cooking now. That's the hall. So I'll just go ahead and quickly show you my room. This one is my room. So all messed up right now because we have just completed moving. It's got carpet flooring. This one has a huge cupboard which is taking a lot of space. Maybe that's why it's looking smaller. But let me set up my room and then I'll show you again.
So this is how my room looks now. I got a mirror over there. This is a large cupboard which fits all my bags and clothes. That's obviously my old bed and desk and the small cupboard. Yeah. What about the view? In the last room I had a large window. I had 2 windows in fact, but this is the view I get from here. Some greenery, but obviously I like the large window in the past room more. Yes, so I'm done with the entire shifting thing, and it's like it took a lot of effort and time on our end. So the shifting went on for like 3 days, and here in Adelaide, if you book a movers and packers, it's a little expensive, but if you can drive a truck, and so you can go ahead and rent your own moving truck, and you guys can shift your things on your own. So coming back to the agenda, how do you find accommodation in Adelaide, or how did I find? So one of the biggest channels is Facebook. Facebook is huge in Australia. I understand in a lot of part of the world, Facebook has become obsolete. People have stopped using the profiles, but in Adelaide, or in Australia, in fact, Facebook is predominantly used as a social media platform, and there are a lot of groups in Facebook which I would suggest you guys join. I joined groups like Indians in Adelaide, student accommodation in Adelaide, houses for rent in Adelaide, international students in Adelaide. So there are multiple groups that you will find for students and from the community that you belong to. So what you can go ahead and do is join these groups. A lot of people frequently update their posts over there, frequently update their vacancies. So you can connect with them, tell them that you are interested, and chat with them over Messenger, and discuss the scope of moving in with them. But be careful while doing that, because Facebook groups are, there are genuine people and there are also non-genuine people. So they tried some of the posts are like scam posts. So be careful. Do your due diligence. There are other platforms such as flatmates.com, flatmatefinder.com, which are popular in Australia, wherein you can go ahead and people basically put out their rent options on these platforms. You can go ahead, connect with them, and discuss as per your requirement. But coming back to Facebook, yes, Facebook is how I found the people that I live with. I came across this post where they mentioned that they had a room which was vacant. I connected with them. We spoke over the phone. They showed me the room and the house over a video call. We discussed the rent, and then I paid a token amount or the bond that I had to pay, and then I came in and I moved in. It was pretty simple for me. It does take some time to find a house over Marketplace or Facebook groups, but it does work. But second, let's talk about the rent. Rent in Adelaide can vary anywhere between $170 to $220. That's the ideal rent that I would suggest to you. This may include or may not include bills. I pay around $180 including the bills. I know people who pay um, $220 excluding bills. There are people who pay 170 who excluding bills. Hey, um, but yeah, it's up to you and how you go ahead and talk to people and negotiate it out. Um, so that's about the rent. In fact, rent would vary depending on your location as well. But as a student, I would suggest do not go over $200 excluding rent. If you find it including rent, just go for it. It's worth it. Then comes living in suburbs versus living in the city. So Adelaide, as a city, when we talk about Adelaide and Adelaide City, these are connected, but these are not exactly the same place. When people say Adelaide City, they refer to the Adelaide CBD, which is the Central Business District, wherein you have the universities, you have the business spaces, and there are very limited housing opportunities here in the city. There are majorly the student accommodations, and then there are private rentals. But living in the city is very expensive. So if I talk about private rentals, it can go anywhere around $350 per week to $500 per week. And yeah, the $180 and $200 that I was mentioning is also per week. So the payout works per week on a weekly basis here in Adelaide and in Australia as well. So people make money weekly and people spend weekly as well. So yeah, private rentals will be anywhere between $350 to $500 per week. If you take up student accommodations, it's a really good option if you are looking to mingle with people, meet new folks, get entertained, get facilities. So there are student accommodations like Scape, Switch, Yugo, Unilodge, Amber, but they have multiple room facilities as well, like private rooms, ensuite rooms, sharing rooms, and all of it varies. The rent for all of it varies, but I find student accommodations, I mean, it's a 50-50 thing. There are a lot of pros, such as there are a lot of events, you get to meet people, you make a lot of friends, but the downside is the rooms are like pretty small compared to what you would find in a suburb, and it's very expensive as well. So a two sharing room would, I mean, don't quote me on this, I would suggest you go back, check their websites, you'll find the best prices over there. But and two sharing room would cost you around $280 to $320. Ensuite room, which is single occupancy with an attached toilet, would cost you around $450 to $500 per week. So it gets very expensive. You can find something similar in the suburbs for half or one third of the price. But that also means from suburbs you need to commute to the city, and in city, I mean, you have everything in a walkable distance. So if I come to the city, I can cover the entire city walking. It's like in 5 kilometer radius, you will have everything in place. So that is how it is when it comes to living in the city versus living in the suburbs. Yes, the other piece is house bond. So it's basically like the security amount that you need to pay. House bond is basically anywhere between 2 weeks of your rent or to 1 month of your rent, depending on your house owner or landlord. You can negotiate at that, but yes, you have to pay the bond amount before moving in, and then that remains as a security with the owner until you move out. If you're moving from another country to Adelaide, a lot of people suggest that you do not pay the bond amount upright because you never know how it might be. You've not seen the place on your own. But in my experience, I would suggest if you finalize a house, get on a video call, ask them to show you the entire place. If you like it, talk to them, assess if they're genuine or not, and then see if I mean, in my case, I paid the bond after my first discussion with the people. I liked the place, I liked the people that I spoke to, so I went ahead and paid my bond amount to secure my room, and it was absolutely a genuine scenario for me. So turned out to be a genuine scenario for me. So I never had to face any issues, but people have told me that they have faced issues, so it's up to you how you assess it. But yes, there's a bond amount that you also need to pay for it. Alright, I don't think I can think of anything else that I can cover when it comes to accommodations. But if you have any questions or queries about moving to Adelaide, ping me up on Instagram or comment in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to help you out. The Instagram handle is click space n space tail. I'll put the link down in the description section, and hit me up.